Have you ever tried to change your life, only to feel like you're dragging your body through wet cement? You want to be better. You decide to do things differently. But somehow, your old habits pull you right back in. That's not because you're weak. It's because, by the time most people reach the age of 35 or 40, about 95% of who they are, how they think, feel, and act, is being run by the subconscious mind. Let that sink in. You're not making most of your decisions consciously. Your life is being played out by a deeply ingrained script that you don't even realize you're following. Here's the truth: most of us wake up and instantly begin reliving yesterday. We think the same thoughts, feel the same emotions, perform the same routines. And what we don't realize is that our body starts living more in the past than in the present. Over time, this creates a predictable loop. What you think and feel becomes your state of being. And if you're not careful, your past becomes your future, on autopilot. So why is change so hard? Because change feels unfamiliar. And the unfamiliar feels unsafe to the body. Let's say you want to become more confident, more peaceful, more successful. That sounds great consciously. But if your body has been emotionally conditioned for years to feel self-doubt, anxiety, or stress, the moment you try to change, your system rebels. The mind says yes, but the body says no. And that's the tug-of-war most people lose, because they haven't trained their body to match their new intentions. But here's the game changer: you can rehearse your future. Just like athletes train their muscles, you can train your brain. Every time you visualize a better version of yourself, and you feel it emotionally, you're installing new neurological wiring. You're teaching your body what the future feels like before it happens. This is not wishful thinking. It's science. The brain doesn't fully distinguish between a real experience and an imagined one that's felt vividly. So the more you mentally and emotionally practice your new self, the more familiar it becomes, and eventually, your body stops resisting it. Emotions are powerful. They are the glue that binds experiences into memories. That's why you remember moments of heartbreak or joy so vividly. But here's the catch: intense emotions also reinforce habits. If you constantly live in guilt, anger, or fear, you're training your body to stay in that state. Over time, that becomes your personality. And changing it can feel like tearing down a house with your bare hands. That's why awareness is key. When you catch yourself reacting, pause. Breathe. That tiny moment of presence interrupts the old program. It's not about never feeling emotion. It's about shortening the time you stay stuck in it. That's how growth begins. Now think about stress. In nature, animals experience stress, but only in short bursts. A gazelle runs from a lion, escapes, and then goes back to grazing. But humans, we can activate the stress response just by thinking. An angry memory, a worry about the future, a single negative thought, and suddenly, we're in fight or flight. We live with this low-grade emergency running in the background every single day. And the consequences, they're not just emotional, they're biological. Chronic stress weakens the immune system, disrupts hormones, and even turns off genes that promote healing. We are literally thinking ourselves into disease. But here's the beautiful part: if your thoughts can make you sick, they can also make you well. The same way negative emotional states harm the body, positive ones can heal it. Joy, gratitude, inspiration. These aren't just feel-good ideas. They are chemical instructions that signal the body to thrive. When you flood your system with elevated emotions, you're rewiring the brain for resilience, creativity, and health. You're becoming the creator of your future instead of the prisoner of your past. So yes, change is uncomfortable. Yes, your body will resist. But you don't need to wait for crisis to grow. You don't have to hit rock bottom to wake up. You can choose to change from a place of joy, from a vision that pulls you forward, not pain that pushes you down. Rehearse your future. Regulate your emotions. Become so familiar with your new self that your body has no choice but to follow. Because your life is not just a reflection of your past. It's a projection of your subconscious identity. And when you change that, you change everything. If this resonated with you, tap like, share it with someone ready to grow, and subscribe for more content on mastering your mind and transforming your life. You're not stuck. You're just rehearsing the wrong version of yourself. Change the script and watch your story unfold.